Hi Kelsey and Amber. I just wanted to make a short screencast video to show you how to add the builds along with your audio in a little bit of an easier way than most people would probably think to do initially. So I've created a test slide deck, and I've also created a test slide, and I've already recorded the audio on it. So what I would want to do now is to basically set this up so that each of the points come in as I talk about them. So I click in the text box, and then I go to this animations tab and click plus. We've been using as a standard the blur instead of the fly, just because it's a little bit more subtle. And then I also, instead of having the delivery all at once, I want to do it by bullet. So point 1, 2, and 3 will come in. In terms of the options, I don't like to animate each word. It seems to take forever, so I do all text. And what that's going to do is just going to have the whole bullet points going to come in at one time and just sort of fade from the background. If you've already got the the audio done, then you can click Resync Builds to basically play back the slide audio, and then it'll allow you to click. This is a little bit easier than trying to sync the builds and do the audio at the same time. And it also gives you an opportunity to preview your audio and make sure it sounds good. So I'm going to say yes. Here's the topic of my slide. Then I'm going to talk about point 1. Ultimately, I'm going to move on to point 2. And then finally, I'll end with point 3. And you can see every time I want a new build, I just click my mouse and it'll populate it, and it'll show you down here where they are. So you can get a sense. You can also go back to do the preview, and it'll show you the build with audio together. Here's the topic of my slide. Then I'm going to talk about point 1. Ultimately, I'm going to move on to point 2. And then finally, I'll end with point 3. And I think that's actually the easiest way to do it. Kelsey, going back to the question that you had before about changing the volume, I'll just use this first slide. If you go to add audio, excuse me, not add audio. If you click record, and then this is your input level here. Normally it's set at 100, but I like to drag it back just to about 80%. And then when you start recording, it gives you your countdown, and then you can just go in and do the recording that way and hit stop when you're done. You can always go back in and change the volume if it's too loud, but like I said, I don't like it to be too tinny in the first one. So that's my short little screen recording. Let me know if you have any other questions. I'll be more than happy to show you how to work with elements in SlideRocket, or I can go in and fix it if it's a small thing.